my first time holding the mic. I dream about holding the mic. I'm a singer at heart. It's what I do. Good morning, everyone. Quite humbled, actually, to be here. Thank you, Karen, for the opportunity. I see a lot of familiar faces. I am from Canada. I work with deugro. I'm the country manager for deugro Canada. But I started my freight forwarding career, the career that I'm very blessed to have, here in Houston. So it's a second home for me. I worked with Panalpina. I was hired basically as a favor to somebody else. I think the gentleman who hired me, he's a very smart man, and he did a favor, business opportunity, and hired this young girl from Canada who just showed up with her degree and no job and needed to find something to do. And he did me a favor. That was Steve Drugan. He gave me a career in projects. And I think I was quite fortunate, actually, to have been surrounded by some very good women in that time. And I see one here this morning, Melissa Bohannon. She was in our group. And we had great times. I learned a lot. I started doing, courier packages, bringing them down to the warehouse, worked my way up as a coordinator. I had some amazing mentors, starting with Panalpina, men and women, people who were very willing to give of their time and their knowledge. And I think that's something that I've carried forward with me. I was with Panalpina for a total of 15 years, but in that time I worked with another company, Alliance Freight Forwarding, here in Houston. And again, there was a lady there, Jan Day. Jan was amazing. She took the time to sit, to give me guidance. Kelly, you need to be more aggressive. I think for me personally, it's difficult sometimes to be super aggressive. We feel like we're pushy. Oh, they're going to think I'm pushy. Who cares? Be pushy. It's not being pushy. It's being aggressive, getting your point across. Moved back to Canada in 2000 and stayed with Panalpina, working with the PAM Projects Division. And as Karen said, putting yourself out there. I headed the National Rates and Tender Management Group for 10 years. That was tough. It was a learning curve, but it gave me exposure to a different side of the project business. And then the opportunity came for a project manager's job. And nobody had come to me. And I walked into my boss, a woman, Beverly Waldron at the time, and I said, Bev, I want this job. I want this opportunity. She said, what took you so long? Why did you not come earlier? She said, it's yours, take it. And it was the most exciting thing I had ever done, but I put myself out there. It was scary. You don't know if you're going to succeed every time, and that's okay. Everybody in this room can point to failures. You learn from them, and then you move on. In between there, having a family, my children, on my second mat leave, the opportunity came to work with deugro and to open an office. How do you open an office? I don't know, but you know what? I can figure this out. Good people behind me and working together. We now have 2 offices in Canada and growing. And I think for me, it was the mentorship and working with people who are willing to give of themselves. And I think that's important for us as women to make sure we're giving of ourselves, not just to the women in our office, but to the men as well. They need to see that we're open to sharing what we have. If you keep it to yourself, you're going to be gone and they're just going to keep moving on. So share, be a mentor, and support each other, and thank you very much.